Rohan doing a good job shielding, picks up the Arlington throw for a counter. And for those of you just joining us on YouTube, we are about 23 minutes in. Fernando Barrientos with a good entry, but broken up.
Yeah, you're not going to beat Tyler that way.
And so just joining us on YouTube, we've had a tight match for the Spy Ponders of Arlington versus the Woburn Tanners. ACMi, another stellar ACMi broadcast featuring Cooper, the sophomore from AHS, helping us on the cameras. We've got Nate, a sophomore, helping us on the cameras. Constantina, a senior. Jeff Monroe, ACMi producer, general, great guy, helping get young people from Arlington involved in this media production. Myself, Josh Katzman, Alex Howard in the booth. Alex, we can't forget to mention Tom and Howie, Newton, Paletti Newton on the camera, and also Nan G also on the camera. We've got families of soccer players helping out. We've got young people from Arlington High helping out. It's a team production here. And right here, Woburn again making a push. Shea scoops it up.
Did you catch the commentary through the microphones from the Woburn parents?
Keep it up, right?
No, it was he's not fast. So that the gauntlet thrown. So I actually kind of beg to differ, but I am worried about the Woburn counterattack, to be quite frank, Josh.
And it looks like coming in, we have Alex
Marcassini.
Marcassini coming in, who often we've seen him provide a pretty good spark for the Spy Ponders. And Alex, sort of I'm going to guess we could have predicted that he was going to be the next sub in for Arlington.
Another loose play by the midfield, recovered by the midfield.
Dober out wide to Neal. Neal has some options. Good ball in to Quincy Cotter.
Closed down quickly by Tyler there.
Quincy has an overlap from Rohan, but finds Neal in the middle.
Good defense there by Woburn.
Woburn making it tough. Sam Neal, it's turning, takes a shot, but blocked by Tyler.
Yep, and as talented as Sam Neal is against this goaltender, I don't think he's going to have a lot of love from that distance.
Arlington feels like something's building right here. Woburn being patient on defense, not rushing in. But Arlington building, crossing right here.
I like this. Keep the ball, make a move, maybe cause a lapse of concentration.
And I think knowing the position, great drop by Fernando to Quincy. Quincy gets around, looking for Rodriguez. But again, I like that play from Arlington. Like I think you were starting to say, Alex, sort of forcing Woburn to come a little bit more.
Yeah, draw him back a little bit, loosen things up. Everything is kind of like clogged in between the 40-yard lines.
And right here, off the header from Koopman, Dobro sends that one wide, but off the header from Koopman back into the Woburn zone, and now it's back just into the Arlington half.
Yeah, we're sitting here at 14 minutes left in the first half, Josh. Tight game. I would say Woburn has had a bit of the advantage based on the fact that they've had a little bit more of nerve-causing moments. Here's one of my keys to the game, how he handles this. And then again, the first ball, second ball.
So Arlington with even numbers here, getting back. Rodriguez.
Great tackle by the Woburn defender.
So it looks like right off the bat. So going to Woburn, the throwing right there. Alex, I think in the next few minutes, if Rodriguez stays in, based on what I've seen, I will not be surprised if Rodriguez creates something for Arlington that gives them their best opportunity so far. From what I've seen, sort of providing that spark, the spark that Rodriguez and Alex both provide, looks like it. I think there's something. It feels like something's building a little bit in Arlington's favor. Good,
nice play by
good
Rohan
little play
there.
by Rohan.
Good pressure by Woburn causing the turnover. We have here we have maybe a spark off the bench coming in for Arlington, the closer, coming in maybe more of an opener today. We'll see. Dangerous play here.
Dangerous. Shea's up. Woburn looking for a penalty in the box off of Burke. Shea with a quick turn. And right there, just flat-footed, waiting for the ball to come to him, not going to. Here's the younger Koopman, shielding. Good job by the young Koopman.
Here comes Kellen. He's going to come in for...
Looks like Rodriguez. Or is that Alex coming off?
That is Ryan Rodriguez. Maybe Coach saw something, he wanted to have a chat. He's over there talking to him. And Kellen he'll play with a little more defensive focus than Ryan. Ryan's pretty strictly just a weapon. Kellen might cause some stability. You know, he might bring about some stability there in the midfield with 11 minutes left in this half.
Woburn making a turn right here. Rohan plays it up safely to Neal. Looking for the long ball, gets it up to Alex. Back to Fernando. Good ball right there to Quincy. And that right there, again, that opening up the middle a little bit. But Woburn closes, but Sam Neal with a good turn. Broken up, but picked up by Quincy following that ball. Turns, keeps it on his foot, right to Fernando. And again, just that last line of defense. The Woburn backs playing a tight, tough game right here, making it hard for Arlington. I think back to our initial comments, and here's the off to the races, and the older Koopman plays back to Shea.
Bit of a nervy moment there for Arlington fans, but handled nicely with class. And another loose play in the midfield for Arlington.
And right here, Sam Neal off to the races. He's ahead of the defenders. Heavy touch. Gets it crossed off the left foot. Picks up a corner.
The keeper giving Arlington a bit of a gift there as that ball is going wide. Easy for us to say up here with the angle. However, a corner is conceded. And in a game like this, those margins, those incremental decisions and differences could prove to make a difference. Arlington has yet to threaten the net on a corner kick. This is their fourth or fifth one. They've been putting it into areas, forcing the keeper to handle it, and so far he has handled it.
Looks like maybe they're setting up a little further back. And Quincy's in, punched out by the keep. And again, thinking of the keep, you know, maybe knowing like this is a wet field. And right there off the head, beautiful play, drew the keeper out. Looks like, was that
Alex Marcassini?
Alex Marcassini, well played right there. Arlington with the semi-set play, finishing it off. Incredible, well played by Alex right there. Drew the keeper out and just right over his head.
Yep. And I've got to do just a couple of things here. I believe that was Sam Neal with the cross. In addition to being the team's leading.
We got the right there. Oh, brought the replay up immediately for us. Well done by the ACMi team getting that goal up there. See how that sparks the Arlington varsity team right now.
We should get some of these guys to do some advanced statistics for us. But I believe Sam Neal leading the team in goals. And also, it kind of seems like when there's a goal that's not scored by Sam Neal, that it's usually assisted by Sam Neal.
And and just I think as a testament to his tenacity and sort of doggedness on the field, that Sam likes to be involved. I remember watching Sam as a third or fourth grader. Another good chance by Quincy right there.
Great build up by Arlington there. Just the finish wasn't there, but you know you've got to love. That build-up, Josh, and you have to wonder, too, this Woburn team that came out with so much heart, so admirably in the first 15 or 20 minutes, giving up a goal. Let's see how they bounce back from that.
Yep, and good to see Arlington keeping the pressure on immediately, not sort of letting up, sort of getting that spark. But, again, I think how Woburn responds, like you were saying, in these final 8.5 minutes of the first half here, big sort of moment for this game. And Woburn coming back, but Koopman plays it tough.
In prior games, Arlington is typically, if pattern follows, they will follow up their first goal with pretty quickly with a second goal. That's what has happened in prior games. Against Burlington, the last game they played, Josh, they were up 4-0 almost in 20 minutes.
And right here, it's a lot of space for Fernando in the mid as Arlington can stay onside. Yep. Right here, Fernando draws the foul right there. So Arlington about 30 yards out. Again, probably sounds like today, Alex, with your advanced knowledge, we probably are not a great place to see. We got the so yeah, clear foul right there.
If this
not the time to score a goal on this one, as we've seen.
If he's able to beat Jonathan from this distance, then it's going to take an incredible special ed. I would drop it in, which he did.
Like he did. Looked like he was aiming for the tall head, and right here we had a lot of Arlington players, but Jonathan scoops that ball up. Well played by the keep.
Smart by Arlington. Again, little things, incremental, little decisions that happen. That ball could have bounced, an inch or two another way. That could have been in the back of the net, but well handled by Woburn.
And good ball by Quincy, gets it up to Sam. Sam's breaking the wing, gets around his defender. He's got Alex right in the middle, Sam sort of looks like he just got the ball stuck in his feet right there as he split, but good job by Sam Neal splitting a bunch of defenders. I think that's also the case, not just his individual skill, but the defenders knowing that there's a lot of weapons on the Arlington team. They couldn't just step to Sam. So it allowed Sam to get around because they had to be aware of Alex. And again, Arlington's demonstrated, even their goal scorers, willing to pass the ball if it means that it's getting the team a goal.
You think he might have been between two minds there, Josh? Maybe a little wrong-footed and,
Looking for the back of the net a little bit, I think.
Keegan Maxwell.
Back in for Sam Neal.
Otherwise known as White Lightning, we learned.
Okay.
Is back in. The future Skidmore thoroughbred. Let's see if he can make his impression on this game.
And there's a loose turnover from Woburn. One of the few we've actually seen from the Tanners today, and almost capitalized just sort of the ball sort of taking those funny bounces. Alex, looks like we've had a pretty consistent drizzle, so imagine the conditions on the field as this goes on. Won't be surprised if we see some of those sort of funky skid bounces coming, which could play an impact on the game, like you were saying early, those first touches.
Yeah,
and Woburn takes a shot from far. Not the greatest chance, but 25 yards out.
Yeah, the weather, Josh, has driven John and Nancy Howard back to their comfortable homes. As you can see them strolling out of the stadium now. But their attendance at these games is much appreciated by myself and I'm sure the rest of the team.
And a shout out to all the parents, having now been in the booth for a couple years, but having spent most of my oldest son Cooper's life out in the fall soccer weather. Shout out to the parents. I don't think the parents get enough credit, Alex, some of the time, at least on these broadcasts. And once the boys are in varsity, parents on all the teams, we see them show up for their young kids as these players grow into young men, and it's a testament to their love and their commitment to their kids that they're out here in weather like this.
Yep, shout out to Nuno Silva with the red umbrella down there. That's Kyle's father, Kyle with the red cleats, number 8. Great guy to watch soccer with. I saw Bill Merles, the keeper's father, never misses a game. Good folks.
Good ball from Quincy, gets it deep over and just wide for Arlington.
And again, confusion in the Woburn box. But Josh, as one of those parents, I have to admit, I quite enjoy the whole thing, the tournaments and all of the practices. And don't get me wrong, I'll be happy to have that time back. But it's been nice, being involved in the community that way.
Looks like we have a timeout as well on the field. And Alex, as a parent whose son's sort of competitive soccer career and athletic career is over, and I only have a couple seasons left for my younger son. It is it's you miss it when it's gone for certain. So just happy to be a part of this kind of community as well. It's been great. Some excellent friends have been made for our family on the sidelines, and a shout out as well. A former co-host of the last broadcast, Aiden Connolly. Shout out to his family. Shout out to his family because his mom is headed down to visit his sister Ella, and here's the replay of the goal right there. Look at that, ACMi bringing it up during the timeout. That was a great shot of it. Excellent work on the camera crew and the replay crew.
Might we see it one more time, fellas? Just for my own.
And right here, pops out, cleared. And but as we queue up this replay, Ella Connolly, very, very dear to my family. Her mom's going down to visit. Ella's playing club soccer down at College of Charleston.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And she's been traveling 10 hours a day to get to some of these matches on the weekends. And and here's the goal right there. Oh, beautifully played by Alex. Well done right there. Watching that again, it was even nicer than it looked in person.
Yeah, the keeper was kind of it caught in between. And Alex was there, second-headed goal of the year. It's a good weapon to have, a target man that's not afraid to get his beak, stick his head in there, you know.
Absolutely. And coming out of the timeout, 3 minutes 34 seconds to go. So Arlington see if they can add to this lead by the end of the half. And Keegan Maxwell sending it back up to Alex and steps in. Good step by Alex. Potential handball. I think the ref was looking at his watch, actually. Didn't see that one.
The scoreboard clock had just restarted, and I'm not sure about the accuracy of our ACMi clock, but we'll do our best here. We believe there's about 3.5 minutes left in this half. It's 1-0 Spy Ponders. In a game, actually we'll save the ruminations for halftime. Let's see how the rest of this half plays out. There's enough time to make another dent for either team.
Excellent step by Keegan right there. I think sort of seeing that hustle right there from Keegan, Alex, it's little hustle plays like that I think are going to make the difference. Keegan could have easily sort of sat back. I think number 25 from Woburn has about 6 inches on him. But Keegan went up, challenged, and helped Arlington make a little bit of a run right here.
And I think that mentality from the forwards so far this season has been an enormous part of the success, and particular the amount of the prolificness with which Arlington's been able to score this year. And that is the doggedness and of the forwards with their press. It's if you watch Keegan and Leon and Sam at the beginning of a game or a half, it's like a stampede coming down at you. And that's got to unnerve even the most staunch defenders.
Well, and I think we saw that in the Winchester game, sort of the relentless pressure. They had one back who just sort of kept Winchester in that game, but couldn't sustain the relentlessness of Arlington's forwards. And Arlington was able to get a couple goals in. But I think that is really one of the impressive things about this team is how just sort of aggressive to the ball the forwards have been throughout the year. Good cross by Burke, goes wide, but picked up by Woburn. And Quincy again right there. There's Quincy stepping in first to the ball.
Enough time for attack here. Just about enough time for one more attack.
Moving it back to the middle, drops it off to Fernando, who splits his defenders, tried to draw the foul. No go from the ref there.
I thought we would see a little bit more foulage in that area of the field, Josh, to be honest with you. We'll take it on that in a second. I know Fernando, for one, has
Good fight by Alex, and here's Fernando off to the races. Good pick by Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler's.
But right here, turn over to Keegan. Keegan's got a chance right here. Alex has some space. Couldn't return it to Keegan.
There you saw what Tyler is capable of with regards to recovery, but also when he had the ball, he did pass it right to an Arlington player. I thought maybe coming into this game they might have a strategy of not trying to play out of the back and do more of like this. And I think this, if I was Woburn's coach, that's what I would try and do, because that's when they've been proven to be most dangerous.
And I think, Alex, what we've seen in the last sort of 10 minutes or so from Arlington, like we were talking about, a little bit more control in the midfield, creating a little bit more. Arlington sort of setting up the plays a little bit better than they had for most of the first half. These last 10 minutes or so of the half.
Yeah, there's.
And so, look,
he's going to call it.
He's going to call it right there. And so, first half over.
You know, that, Josh, I'm sorry, that might have been a time to do the basketball style timeout. You know, like timeout, like get 1 second left on the clock,
1
so
second,
you can get that. You can get that one set piece down.
Just launch it. So, Alex, your AI prediction called a 2-0 win for Arlington. I think AI so far has this game pegged. Woburn, I think, should be feeling really good going into the half.
Absolutely, Josh. It was a half, and frankly, I was not impressed with Arlington's execution and effort in the first 20 or so minutes of the half. I think at some point they were able to calm things down. You know, maybe it aligned with a little bit more possession, tightening up the play in the midfield, maybe getting used to the feel of that wet ball. But they definitely turned it around and tilted the field, which resulted in really, you know, to be honest, Josh, they had their chance and they took it and they capitalized on it.
And as we sort of rehash the first half, there's the goal again. ACMi has put together a little clip package, some of the highlights from the first half for us, Alex. Again, that long ball playing a role. And again, sort of the ball out wide. Sam Neal drops it in, connects with Alex, and he gets it in over the Woburn goalie. It will be interesting. I feel like a lot of the goals we've seen this season, even though the sun is not a factor, the lights are actually on given the weather conditions. Kind of a gray day here. I feel like we have seen more goals scored on the end Arlington will be attacking this season than not. So
again, we need these ACMi guys to get the analytics department up and running.
And for absolute need volunteers, as producer Jeff reminds us. Look at that ever the professional looking for the call for ACMi volunteers. The analytics would be a fascinating project for somebody to work on, actually, to analyze high school sports. It really would actually be an incredible thing to take a look at. And I'd be curious if what sort of impact it might have on coaching and just on the guys as well. But any teacher at Arlington High, I know my son is in a stats class right now, could be an excellent use. Project-based learning, Alex, a stats analytics of Arlington boys varsity soccer. I think they actually might have some for the football team.
It's an excellent shout, Josh, and you get to work with this crack squadron of young crackerjacks here in the booth. We're very lucky, and you know, I mentioned this text chain where they showed the ACMi broadcast being shown to a bunch of Reading players. I've received a lot of positive feedback just walking around town, you know, the supermarket. You know, everyone says, you know, how much they appreciate it, and you know, I have to admit, you know, it would be nice, like if other towns did something similar for us to observe.
Throwing the gauntlet down.
Some of them do. Actually, I believe Woburn has a good amount of content available. I know Belmont has a decent amount of content available as well. And you know, it's interesting. I'm not sure if the athletic departments of any of these schools has a mandate of don't show any you know, any footage. So you know, we're happy to be doing it, and so far so good. It's early in the season. You know, we were talking about the parents and all the support the parents give. This past, you know, the last time Arlington played was a Monday. It was 10 days ago, and it's been a little excruciating, to be honest. You know, it's an entertaining part of the fall, and you know, as a parent of a player, I'm happy to be involved with it.
And Alex, I can say as a now 2-year removed parent of a player, it's still fun to be involved. And it is fun knowing, we both have coached through the Arlington Soccer Club, and you know, it's fun to see the progression. We have young neighbors who I think are in 6th, maybe 7th grade and 5th grade, who I know one day are going to be on this field, and so it's fun. It's fun and sort of rewarding to see the town of Arlington and sort of how the program is a big part of the town. And again, a shout out also to Coach Yazio. We've had at the last game, I think we had ended up with 8 alumni in the booth. I think a testament to the sort of the culture and the team that Coach Yazio in his 26th season has managed to create over a quarter century at the helm of this team.
It's quite a run, Josh. 26 years.
It's quite incredible, and I know for the last many of those years he's actually been living down on the South Shore, and so it's a heck of a commute for Coach, but he makes it all through the fall. And there is the buzzer marking the end of halftime. Teams coming back out onto the field. Prediction second half, Alex.
It's hard because I thought the first half would have gone a little bit different, but I'm going to, as much as it pains me, I'm going to agree with the AI prediction of 2-0 Arlington. Artificial intelligence becomes actual intelligence. And before we go any further, I just wanted to mention the incredible progress that's been made in the athletic fields around us. And, you know, what was a gravel parking lot, a year ago are now 2 beautiful fields. And for the first time I saw I believe the women's field hockey team practicing over there. So, you know, the bandwidth for all of these athletes to be able to practice right here on the campus, not have to go to AC Turf, not have to go to Thorndike and practice, is a good thing for the high school. And we're all glad that the construction seems to be nearing an end. And it was just in the high school for back to school night, and it's really nice. I mean, it's great. It's clean. The thing that struck me most were the views from all of the classrooms, because it's kind of up high and right down. We're sitting in this valley, so you have these nice views of Arlington and the surroundings. So congratulations to the community for getting that done. And here we go, half number 2. Let's pay close attention to the first 5 minutes. And see what happens.
Arlington looks like they're going over the top right there. Keegan looking for a little shove in the back. Didn't get it.
And Arlington's got the traditional lineup of Alex Burke, Nolan Koopman, Rohan McAuliffe, Lucas Koopman. In the midfield, Nate Dobro sitting back with Quincy and Fernando playing attacking midfield roles. And the trio of senior forwards.
Good entry by Woburn, goes over. Good patient defense by Burke there. That was one of the few times, Alex, that we've actually seen Rohan get beat on a tackle there, and it led to a pretty good opportunity less than a minute in for Woburn.
Great play by Woburn. I'm worried about their counterattack, Josh.
It will be interesting to see how Arlington can manage this. Good ball by Sam Neal, get into the foot of Quincy. And right there, looks like Tyler picks up a foul right there. A hockey. I'm not sure if he's a hockey player as well, but definitely sort of looks like he shook Quincy up a little bit.
Yeah, it was a foul. It was a nice physical play. I mean, far away from the goal. You can see Tyler traveling. It's a great. Well, actually, I'm not sure what to make of it, but he is the center back, and he came all the way up to about the 45 or 50-yard line to make that interception.
And there's the long ball from Woburn.
Maybe
there.
Something to keep in mind, because if he's drawn forward, then I'm not sure his defensive partner has the same recovery capability. So if he's drawn forward and there's a loose ball, Woburn might actually be susceptible to a counterattack.
And, you know, it is one of those now at this point for Woburn, one of those balancing acts that you've got you're down a goal against the league leader. And so how much do you sit back or how much do you go for it? I think that'll sort of be the an interesting decision on the Woburn coach's side, how much he wants the team to press. Sort of do they move their backs up a little bit more, well, get that extra attacker.
They've got 2 up top right now, which is one more, which indicates more of an attacking posture.
Good turn by Quincy, getting around and right into Fernando in the middle of the field. Fernando keeping it on his left foot. Brings it back to the middle, takes a strike in, just wide by Fernando. That was his chance right there. Would love to see Fernando Barrientos.
I thought the twine was going to tickle.
The way he controlled that magneto right there. And as always, a shout out to Fernando and his family, the proprietors of La Victoria. Some of the finest food that you can find, not just in Arlington, but locations all over the metro Boston area.
Oh, and the finest food that you can find globally, I would say.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
Were it not for, I mean, I would be thin if it weren't for La Victoria. Let's put it that way. It's delicious. It's very good, and also they do a great job catering the banquet every year.
I think La Vic and Tenoch both, right? And good ball by the younger Koopman, gets it into Maxwell, keeps it in, and picked up right there. Well played by the Woburn keep. So again, Alex, even the first 3.5 minutes, both sides, feels like the pace, the energy is higher than it was for most of the first half on both sides of the ball.
Action-packed. Good play. I love the fluidity of play when one of the backs actually pushes forward, and you know the in this case Leon had the presence of mind to drop back into the space that Lucas had pushed out of. I love fluid play like that. It's a sign of a well-coached team, confident team.
Leon pushed off the ball. Ref says a little high on the elbow maybe right there. So going Arlington's way. Or going...
Yeah, nobody knows who it was against.
Looks like it's probably white ball. So very interesting.
I thought it was equal foulage on both sides, so might as well go to Woburn. Dangerous position.
Very dangerous, 25 out.
But Woburn staying conservative. They've got 4 guys behind the ball. Arlington's got everybody behind the ball. So, and here comes Tyler.
Tyler making a run up over the top. Picked up by one of the Koopmans, and Tyler sends it. Looks like a field goal.
Got all that one. That was a good play, a smart play by Woburn. They made it seem like they weren't going to attack, and he leaked right forward, right into that spot. When I was playing, I used to love to do that. You know, just kind of leak forward into that open area around the 25 or 30 yard line, waiting for the ball to bounce.
Fernando knocked down, picked, but sort of somehow managed to do this sort of like breakdance move to keep the ball on his foot.
A switch might serve them nicely here.
Rohan finds Keegan in the middle, who turns. Taking off the ball. That's not looking good. Keegan down, slow to get up.
Yeah, when you clash,
shaking it off a little bit.
When you clash with that man, Kyle Silva, you will feel it.
Shea playing the clock, looking for Shea definitely taking advantage of the time there, playing it smart. I've heard Shea makes it tough on strikers, according to Aiden and Harry, who were in the booth with us last game. Younger Koopman can't quite hold on to it. And shout out to Dave on the side of the field. I talked to him before the game. He's 60 this year. Told me this is indeed his last year on the sideline. Said his body's breaking down, but at the age of 60, still able to click off 630 miles.
Impressive.
From a PR back in the day of 4:28. So he was a fast runner, and remains a fast runner. But this he confirmed. He said this is definitely my last year on the sidelines.
Haven't we heard that story before?
That's exactly what I told him, and he said last year it was a maybe. This year I'm pretty sure it's a definite. But I said I won't be surprised to see you next year.
Well, we've definitely appreciated his efforts over the years.
And looks like we've got a young Arlington Soccer Club member on the far touchline as well. Can't quite make out who that is, but just got the ball in play for an Arlington free kick. Looks like Quincy's about to drop it in. Short a little bit, picked up by Woburn. Picked up by Dobro into the younger Koopman. Younger Koopman turns back to the middle, but picked off. Dobro with a good step. And Woburn, here's the counter. Arlington getting their players back.
It's gonna
Burke
skip.
shielding. Looks like Shea should have no trouble with this. And right here, Arlington trying to build something. Again, sort of those first 3 minutes as we approach 8 minutes gone in the second half. The energy the pace does seem to be a little quicker, but it's sort of slowed down from those initial minutes.
Sam Neal not in the game at this moment. Ryan Rodriguez. I didn't see when that substitution happened or if that was even the case at halftime, but that's something to watch for. His presence is definitely preferred in games such as this as being somebody, Ryan's no slouch, but Sam is a legit, game breaker. And
speaking of Sam Neal, it looks like he is coming. He just moved up to the line talking to coach. It looks like he will be in fairly shortly, returning to the game.
So I would anticipate a jolt of activity in the next 5 minutes. Once he
there's
gets in
Leon
the
coming back to the ball. Good run by Leon right there, picking it up, moves to the middle, plays it back to Dobro. If Arlington makes something from this, remember that run back from Leon.
He was
let's
offsides.
see. Yeah, he was a step ahead.
Yep.
Good call by the refs right there. But again, for young players, if you haven't been watching this, if you see number 11 Leon, who made that play possible by making a 20-yard run back to the ball right there, and set up Arlington for a really great chance right there, just a step off sides. But really like to see that sort of field awareness from Leon. Good ball in by Woburn. Maybe it's going to the corner. Excellent ball in, and Rohan blocks it. So we got a corner set piece for Woburn. They had several early in the first half. This is their first corner in quite a while, though. So see how they play it.
A little concerning over there that Woburn was able to get that open off of the set piece. There was one defender to two Woburn players, and Rohan did well to kick it out, but we have a dangerous situation here with the corner kick and a 1-0 lead. It's going to be an outswinger.
Good play, up over, ball still bouncing, and looks like we're going to be have another corner on coming from the other side. And interesting call right here.
That's a bad call.
Interesting call right there. That was definitely off. I think you and I both saw that. I thought another Woburn corner was coming up. Just saw that Major League Baseball will be using AI refs or umpires next year. They will still have the person refs, but the in-person refs. But you'll be able to challenge balls and strikes next season in the MLB.
Okay.
And so we don't quite have that yet at ACMi. But maybe one day in the coming years we will have that. Constantina is heading off to college. She's going to invent the on-the-fly AI review for questionable calls. And a little shove right there by AJB, as the kids call him these days. And right here, Woburn building something, has a chance to strike. 10 minutes down, 11 minutes gone.
A little further back, guys. Let's see if the ref
pushes him back. Looks like the trailing ref might. Yeah, and there we go. Moves him back three yards. A little bit. There we go. Moves him back the other 5, the other 10.
And even there you go.
There, little bit further there.
A full 15 yards there, Josh.
I appreciate the effort by the Tanners on that one.
In life, you take what you're given sometimes. Again, numbers over there on that side.
Going deep. So
something that they may want to look at tactically, because that's the second time that there's been an overload of Woburn players over there on a set piece. Both times it didn't materialize, but It's just it would be a dangerous situation if they were to connect on that.
And Sam Neal back in the game. So Shea taking the goal kick here.
The wind kicking up in the booth a little bit, Josh. I don't see the flag moving, but you can feel a little bit. If there is a wind, it would be at the Tanners' back. So
Keegan gets his head on, sort of stops at midfield. Good work by Dobro to fight for that ball, and Leon's got it on him and manages to get through the tackle, makes the run down to the corner, launches it into the middle. Nice entry by Leon, just couldn't find Keegan's foot. Manages to slip that ball between a couple players. Well fought by Leon there.
Yeah, Arlington with a lot of players back during that attack. I think he was hoping to strike gold with a connection to Keegan Maxwell, but not much beyond Keegan.
And there's dangerous play right there.
This is it.
And right there, Woburn equalizes after a turnover from Arlington. Right there, you can hear the Woburn fans right in front of us. So turnover from Arlington results in the pressure from Woburn. Right here, we might see this later in the highlight reel. We don't want to dwell
I don't think we want to see
the goal. We don't want to see that again.
We don't want to see that again.
We don't want to see that one
that
again.
Was just a poor, just an unfortunate, play. Frankly, I thought that would be more likely to happen the other way. But let's see how the Spy Ponders respond.
And they respond immediately right there, but send it up. And
Woburn's been quite the opposition this game. They came to play.
Well fought right there.
With heart and with passion, and I'm liking the tactics that I see from their coach, and the players are executing the tactics to the to the specifications. And here we are. One poor decision by a Spy Ponder, and here we go with a 1-1 game with 26 minutes left.
And so see if Arlington, this is definitely, I think on this field, this is the sort of tightest they've played this late. Sam Neal taking a rip and keeps it on the ground. It's smart play, but the Woburn keep dives off to his right, and Arlington with a set piece corner coming up. Quincy jogging down to take it. So quick response from Arlington. See if they can capitalize.
They put a guy short, but and of course, like a talent like Sam Neal, is a great equalizer in these situations. Someone that can just kind of maybe do it individually.
Good ball up and just over Koopman's head. Just over Koopman's head, and then just in front of Pinard's foot right there. Great ball by Quincy, who's really places that ball nicely on a lot of these corners.
Arlington has not played a lot of subs in this game. I haven't been monitoring Woburn's subs, but they're definitely cycling in and out a little bit more. Maybe that is the thinking was we've had 8 days off. These guys should be in tip-top condition. I don't know how it works, Josh, but maybe that's counterintuitive. Maybe that means it's time to do more subbing. Maybe you find a guy that's particularly hot on the day, because right now, to be honest, I'm not seeing any particular Arlington player that's really standing out today.
It has been, and again, I think it's sort of the pressure from Woburn. But again, I think it will be interesting to see how coach plays the substitutions going forward with 25 to go. Alex, I will say a quick comment. It is nice to know that AI is not totally right all the time yet as the score. So the 2-0 prediction from AI, at least it gives us a little bit of breathing room before the games are done by AI. So good to see some potential, some sparks and some surprises still for us.
Barring any dramatic, change
right
in
there.
The quality of Arlington's play, I'm seeing this game being a lot, maybe with a score line like this and maybe like one or two nervous moments. But the Spy Ponders really need to figure this out, because right now I think the Woburn is doing something additional to that. You know, playing whether it's playing with a little more heart.
Good step by Quincy right there.
Or what? You know, they need to have a quick. They've got 23 minutes to adjust their effort in this game.
Good pressure by Sam Neal. Draws the foul clearly. Woburn guy on his back right there. So right here, some hustle plays from Arlington. Sort of, we'll see if these translate. Looks like Sam Neal tying his shoes as well. The Woburn Keep had to have his shoes tied. So even little things like that right there, shoelaces coming undone. Could be a weather situation. Short ball to Neal.
He's scored from this position before.
And takes a rip, and just wide. Scores on the field hockey goal, just wide of the net. But Sam taking a rip right there. So we'll see. Looking to get the chances.
It's always hard to tell from this angle how close it actually was, because you know that shot and the Fernando shot from before both looked like they were going in. But you know, I think that one in particular maybe wasn't as close as it seemed, given the optical situation we have up here.
Excellent play by manager Will Grable that wasn't Will Grable, maybe. That might have been one of the assistant coaches. That would explain the excellent play on that ball that went out of bounds. Oh, looks like
Sam with a little tough sequence there. He beat a guy, got taken down. Questionable if it was a foul. Hard to tell from over here.
And then took a ball to the head.
Right to the face, yeah.
And it results. Sorry to be laughing at Sam, but results in a Woburn goal kick.
They're gonna kick it up and. Sorry, Josh. Go ahead.
No, it reminds me of Scott Sterling, the classic YouTube videos from a few years ago. If you haven't seen them, Google Scott Sterling YouTube.
Here we go with the counter.
Koopman shielding. Shea's coming out, scoops it up in the corner.
I wonder if the forward's saying, "You're not taking your time anymore, are you?"
Shea looking, keeps it on the ground up to Keegan. Keegan open up some space and little too shallow on the angle. There's Quincy right here. Quincy doing a great job sort of controlling that ball in general.
He was surrounded by 5 guys, though. There's something, I'd like to see some change in formation or in personnel from Coach Iadzio and to close out this game.
Little exchange, and it gets to Fernando's foot. Fernando leading Sam Neal. Sam working around. Great play right in. No one's there to finish.
Cut it back.
And almost Sam, great effort, great entry from Fernando. Sam gets the cross. No one was there to finish. Had the open net. Ball sitting right in front of the goal. And one of the Koopmans comes in to take this throw deep in. So we'll see if Arlington can make something happen here. And we've got a corner, or looks like we got a goal.
Yeah, they're gonna call a
goal kick coming in right here. That's Constantina's VAR for us right there. Get the instant call. See if the ref got that one. Woburn with a quick goal kick. They're in. Arlington maybe looked a little unorganized. Leon
Good
right
pressure.
here. So Alex, I'm gonna say right here, I think there's something I'm seeing from Leon that I haven't quite seen this year. I think if a spark, I won't be surprised if Leon is the spark that sort of ignites this second half run for Arlington.
They need one. Yeah, I don't think their normal sparks are sparking exactly, at the level we'd like to see. But that's what the benefit of having depth is,
Koopman fighting right here. Quincy with a little bit of space in the midfield. And there's the entry to Sam Neal. He's off to the races. Turns, touch, and wide again. He's finding the field hockey goal. Excellent opportunity for Arlington.
Did we get a deflection there? Yeah.
Looks like a deflection.
And here we go. Let's send in Koopman. Let's do the deuce Coop corner kick here.
Looks like it's
one
Arlington
at the front, one at the back.
Arlington sending 8 guys deep and sort of holding the ninth a little bit out, but ready to pick up anything that might pop out.
Watch Nathan Dobro here, the position I was talking about, if the ball winds up scooting out.
Over the keep, but we might get another Arlington deflection.
Arlington ball. They can go ahead and keep everyone forward and throw this ball in.
Goes for Woburn. Goes for Woburn.
My eyes have deceived me.
I thought it might be going Arlington's way as well. Oh, and no, they're just exchanging who's taking it.
All right, we got 18 minutes left in this game, Josh.
18. This would definitely be a exciting result for Woburn. I think that great run by the Woburn wing right here, moving in. Nolan
Nice.
Koopman getting back. Good hustle.
If they get this ball out, they have a chance.
Here's Keegan trying to get the offsides, but his defender, Tyler, was trying to get the offsides. His defender was 5 yards behind Keegan. And right here, Arlington with a deep throw.
Great defense. And, you know, I mean, Arlington's got some excellent central defenders, but I've got to say, you know, it's got to be a great comfort to Woburn with a guy like Tyler back there. He's kind of an eraser. You know, he just kind of can track things down and take care of things. Ryan Rodriguez coming in from your boy. Maybe Ryan can cause a bit of a spark.
We've seen it before.
We've seen it before. I've seen it in
and immediately Ryan sort of, you could see him beelining for the goal right there. He's got his eyes on it, Alex. And so a tough battle right here. Arlington
is on,
finding themselves tied with the Woburn Tanners. 17 to go in the game.
Sam Neal's been looking dangerous this half. So
hasn't had a couple of good strikes that have sailed right of the goal. So we'll see. We'll see again if Rodriguez might be there to scoop up something that might pop out from something there. So not sure if this was a ball that just didn't
mental mistake by Woburn. Let's
didn't get in play.
Can capitalize. He's going to throw this one from the 45 all the way to the 18.
And gets it up. There's right here. It's going to be
a corner kick.
Corner kick right here. So again, Sam Neal, the pressure from Sam Neal, the big throw from one of the Koopmans. Looks like Quincy's taking this. So again, Ryan Rodriguez, watch him on the far post here. His first run, once he came back on the field, you could see his eyes were right on the net.
They've got Sam Neal at the elbow there. They might choose just to pass him
and
the
Rodriguez
ball.
Drops in. It's a short ball right to the foot of Rodriguez. Takes it off the crossbar.
That might have gone in. And that might have been a handball.
It might have been a handball. Two plays right here.
A little bit of maybe the replay we can, if it'll show us or not, but not that it matters. But that was a great opportunity for the Spy Ponders.
And right here, Sam Neal, Arlington keeping the pressure on. Sam Neal makes the run into the box.
And he's fouled.
And right here, couple of quick, interesting plays happening in very quick succession. We got a replay coming up maybe. Not quite yet, so ball's back in play, and Woburn coming back, but right there, there's a excellent tackle. Looks like Quincy might be coming up a little bit sore right here. Not good moment for Quincy to be going out of this game, but Quincy definitely having a tough time right here, taking his time recovering. So definitely, I think talking to Coach, Quincy Carter might be coming out of this game, sort of limping off a little bit. Might be able to shake it off, although it doesn't look like on the corner. Dobro, good pick. Can Fernando pick it up? Nice run by Fernando again, and this is the
calls advantage.
An interesting call right there from the ref. Sam Neal laying in, and that's going to be a foul right there.
Quincy's still stretching it out.
Again, interesting couple of, and Quincy took a knee right here. Interesting couple of plays right here.
In comes
Alex.
Coffee McAuliffe.
So we'll see if Arlington can sort of keep up. The loss of Quincy Cotter definitely going to shake things up a little bit. But again, just in those last couple minutes right here, seeing the physicality, sort of a more, sort of what you might expect from a traditional Woburn game. The physicality stepping up in these last couple minutes. Woburn has a throw in their end.
All right, we'll keep an eye on Quincy over on the sideline. In the meantime, we have Kavi McAuliffe, number 16. So we've got the brotherly love lineup with the Koopman brothers and the McAuliffe brothers.
And Fernando with the ball moving into the middle. Gets it out right wide to Rohan, the elder McAuliffe. Elder McAuliffe tried to find Keegan, but broken up by Tyler.
Okay.
And here's Kavi, first touch on the ball, gets it over the defender.
Yeah,
Ryan Rodriguez put in pressure.
Yeah, you want Ryan chasing that.
And right here, gets it to Keegan, little shove in the back, no call, and there's the call by the ref,
okay.
Shove in the back.
We're in business,
so
Josh.
Very dangerous spot for Arlington right here. And so we've got a replay potentially coming up of the near miss right here, Alex. It's
hard to tell.
Incredibly hard to tell.
Hard to tell. A lot of times those bounce behind the line, but
that is as close as it gets.
Where's VAR? We're gonna say the refs had the angle.
And here, this is a situation where you miss having Quincy on the field. Dobro lining up. Arlington dropping a lot of guys to that far side. Dobro chips it up, going wide, gets it to the head, right there, beautiful play.
Lucas Koopman.
Lucas Koopman getting up above everybody. Well played by Arlington. Excellent entry from Dobro. Excellent. Arlington takes advantage of the shove in the back, makes it happen.
And that might have been the result of erosion and just constantly pressing at the door. Constantly pressing at the door, eventually getting the
right
foul.
Here, let's take a look at this one again right here. There's Koopman. You can see him eyeing that. Excellent by Koopman, getting that ball down to the ground.
I've got to say, Josh, if I'm a Woburn supporter, I'm disappointed because that appeared to be a breakdown in defense. There are actually 3 open guys there. Lucas, happened to be in the right spot, being, I believe, what he's 6'5".
He's not short.
Large, yeah. On the tall is the word. Made no mistake. And here's Arlington with another.
Quincy
another
back in the game. Nice drop to Dobro.
He had Keegan, but closed down nicely by Woburn.
Keegan with a good move, but just slides wide with that. So 12 and a half to go, Alex. The scoreboard was off for a second, maybe to reflect the 2-1, the additional score by Arlington. But again, the pressure from Arlington, really nice to see. This is the most sort of pressed I've seen the team this deep in a game. So nice to see them responding, staying calm, taking advantage of set pieces right there.
Absolutely. And it's, psychologically speaking, Josh, now you've got a 2-1 game. You wonder what's going to happen here because
Woburn player looks like he's either got a cramp or maybe shin to shin right there. Hope he shakes it off.
Arlington has definitely unlocked something in the last 10-15 minutes. And if Woburn makes a change to ramp up their own aggressiveness, that might work against them. So
good ball from Quincy over to Sam
things
Neal.
To loosen up for Arlington in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Because again, Woburn's going to have to start playing aggressively to get the equalizer. Sam Neal still with the ball on his foot after getting knocked down as well. So we've got an Arlington throw about 25 yards out.
And here I would take my time and get Nolan or Lucas on the ball and throw it into the box. Instead, well, this might work out as well.
Quincy just battling through. And again, Keegan right here with a move. And can't quite finish. Goes right by Rodriguez.
On earth did he not score on that?
And it's I don't understand how that happened, Alex.
I mean, it was like the parting of the Red Sea.
Well fought by Keegan to get through there. Had the look, and we got the replay coming up right here. And Keegan, look at that, splits the defenders, and it was almost off the foot of Rodriguez too.
He might have been going for the pass, where, I'd prefer my strikers greedy. And it looked like he might have been going for the pass there. But it was a great play. And here we see Arlington, in the last couple of minutes, you've seen Sam taking people on, you've seen Quincy taking people on, you've seen Keegan taking people on, and you've seen them winning. So maybe some cracks starting to develop in that really stout Woburn foundation that Arlington can take advantage of with with holding the ball. So here we are. Let's reset here. We've got 9 minutes left in this game. It's 2-1 Arlington. Arlington took a 1-0 lead on the strength of an Alex Marcassini header. Woburn came back, roared back in the second half, took advantage of a mistake in the Arlington back line for kind of a breakaway type goal, beating Shea Pilati-Newton. Arlington responded.
Good ball by Sam Neal, and Quincy Cotter right to the keep.
With a set piece goal by Lucas Koopman. Both goals, headed goals off of set pieces, Josh.
And I think too for, the set for Koopman from Nate Dobro. Again, Dobro stepping up with Quincy Cotter out for an injury at that moment. So well played by Dobro as well.
Yeah, maybe if Quincy were in there, they would have taken a run at the goalie instead.
Yep.
So it all worked out for Arlington. Quincy seems to be no worse for the wear. We have a timeout by the Tanners with 8 minutes, 55 seconds left.
So see what the Tanners draw up here. Alex, I think what we've seen when Arlington has had the success, it's where like that the mid and the front line in particular is being very aggressive to the ball. When the Tanners are able to sort of set something up a little bit, make those counterattacks, it's where Arlington's not quite pressing as quickly on the ball. Sort of lets the Tanners take a look, get the ball up. But again, these last few minutes, the energy from Arlington following the goal seems to be there, and they've sort of returned to pressing a lot harder onto the Tanner back line.
I'm so impressed with the Woburn team, Josh. They're playing so hard, so well organized. I would say that their record does not reflect the quality of their team. It's going to be a nail biter. I do have to say they haven't been ultra threatening. Their goal was kind of against the run of play, but they've really hung in there against this Arlington team, which is pretty loaded with firepower. And they've hung in there well. And I guess you'd like if you're a Woburn supporter, you would like to be tied or in the lead, but you're not, and you're in this position, and you're in a position you're within a goal of tying this game.
It's one, and like we saw, it's one simple mistake, one errant pass, and the game's tied immediately. And so it definitely is. I've been very impressed with the Tanners so far today.
And here comes the wind.
And plenty of time to play too, Alex.
He can throw the ball to the 6, not all the way. Yeah, right about there, which is
and
exactly where it needs to go.
There it is. Tanners tie it up off this set piece, off the head right here. So again, we can hear the Tanner fans celebrating. So we got 2-2, 2-2.
It's on, Josh.
Just like that.
I mean, nothing you can say about that. A set piece goal, they gave it up.
Set piece off the head, open goal, man open, puts it in the back of the net.
And that's why I call for that play all the time.
And here's another threat. One Tanner pushing.
All right, Arlington maybe a little rattled here. Let's see if they can get things under control.
So again, Alex, right here with 8.5 to go. This could be a you put one extra goal in as a Tanner, and you've got a big upset on your hands.
Yep.
So it looks like the Woburn girls team is arriving. They'll be following up. And Keegan Maxwell right here. Nope. And had nobody following. Tried to chip it over the keep, but had no one following. Looking maybe for Sam Neal or trying to chip.
Boy, and that Keegan Maxwell miss, 5 minutes ago is looming extra large right now, Josh.
And the 2 Sam Neal wide shots.
And the Fernando shot,
And right
too.
here, 4 Tanners up top. And that was a very interesting play. Brian Rodriguez saw it as well. The Tanner player had his hand on the ball and spun around and did not get called. Keegan Maxwell takes it and off the crossbar. And he gets it again. He gets his own rebound. Quincy Cotter tries to volley. Arlington with 2 balls off the crossbar that go down as well. Cannot get any closer.
Keep it up the pressure. We've got 7 minutes left. I think if Arlington approaches the 7 minutes with the right mindset, and that is to go after it, they are in good shape. They've hit 2 posts. They've had 1 goal against the run of play against them.
And here's Sam
Sam
Neal
is
making the run.
Very dangerous.
Keep
So
that ball in
if
play.
we can keep that ball down here. Now, so this is what I mean. Now they're playing it.
Good call by the refs. Arlington throw.
Here's where I would send a Koopman in and chuck it, but.
And there's a shove, no call right there. Interesting no call by the ref on that one.
And then a bad call by the ref.
We're gonna see this game get pretty scrappy.
He got it right. That was a Woburn throw.
I think he missed the penalty or the foul on Woburn. And right here, here's an attack by Woburn. Koopman giving chase. And we got 2 Woburn Tanners making the run down.
Nolan says, I'll take that, and here we go.
And Arlington with some space right here. 3 attackers. Quincy's got some options. He's going wide to Rodriguez.
Ryan should take this guy down the line. That's
Arlington
an
throw.
ball.
Arlington throw. Given to the Tanners.
That's a wrong call.
Given to the Tanners. So very interesting call from the ref. So again, one of the things, it's a challenging job to be a ref.
That's a handball.
And there's a handball by Rodriguez. That one's coming Tanner's way.
And here comes your X factor back into the game, Josh. Let's see if your powers, your soothsayer powers are there today.
The injuries, I will say, Rodriguez, I feel like has had a positive impact on the energy in this game right here. That ball sent across the field. Leon's coming in for Rodriguez. So holding that, and we are down to 5:20 to go on the clock. Arlington better strike quick. We'll see how much time the refs.
Raj is not here,
right
but
here.
we do have a Raj.
We do have the Raj clock that's a little ahead. Says we played 36. So look at out of practice, but look at you getting the clock going for us, Alex. Keeping us going, and there it is. There's the 5-minute clock is stopped on the scoreboard. Quincy Carter holds on, sends it wide to Fernando, to Rohan. And right here, Carter fighting for it. Right to Dobro.
That's a tough win.
Dobro gets it wide, and right there to Leon, but just too high, too hard.
The man that he just took the ball off of is extremely ornery in closed spaces, Josh. So a good win by Quincy there. We need more of that in the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
So be curious if the Tanners play here for the draw, or if they're going to play for. Nice ball right there from Fernando. Keeps it on his foot. Fernando, can he cross? Gets the corner for Arlington.
They could have called a handball on that one. All right, I'm Josh. Slap me. I shouldn't be doing this. We in the ACMi booth, we are fans of the refs. They have the angle, they have the training, and that was deemed to be a fair play. So it is, and here we are with it.
And here we go. Quincy gets it in, and we're gonna get back right here to Quincy, who's got a chance to set up, cuts to the line, keeps it on his foot, and they're right there. Potential foul, no call from the ref.
I think the refs did not enjoy it. It was a foul, but I think they found the embellishment to be a little, maybe a little more than
it is tough when we see it and you see all foot, like cleat to foot, and nothing on the ball. It is in these final moments. So again, Arlington looking to get ahead with just minutes to go.
3 minutes and 20 seconds on my timer, Josh. Kyle Silva with a nice win in the midfield there, and here we go.
Rohan again beaten on a tackle, and right here might be a corner for Woburn. It's a throw.
It's a throw, but this is how they
scored. So right here, big moment in this game right here.
This is the game, Josh. And you can see, and here's the answer to your question. They're taking their time, right? The ball is down there. They have the advantage. He's even going to drop the ball and wait for someone to speed him up. Okay, now he's coming. But this is it, Josh.
And he take 2, so they're looking for the goal, and then giving it no time to respond. And there it is, good broken up by Koopman. Fight for it there. Right here. Got to be careful not to get a penalty. Ball's up, and there's the goal kick. Woburn fans excited, doing a jig.
Spy Ponders have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on this clock to come up with something
Won't
miraculous.
be surprised if the play is called early too. We've seen the refs sort of calling about 15 seconds early sometimes as well.
Yeah, they're going to call Quincy on that. Yeah, well, Quincy, when you grab the guy by the jersey and with 2 hands, that tends to happen.
Definitely.
So 1 minute, 45 seconds. Expect Woburn to take their time. They do have the wind. Another dangerous, I got to say, Woburn's come to play in this last 5 minutes too, Josh.
Absolutely. Nothing has come easy for either team today. Ball's up. And there's a
No, that's a goal kick.
Goal kick.
Where we have
about
1 minute and 23
1
seconds.
minute. So if Arlington can make something happen, their last chance right here. See if we have some last minute heroics. And right here, there's a turn. It's on Quincy's foot. He gets it into Sam Neal. Sam Neal between 2 guys, taken down outside the box, right at the top of the box. This is Arlington's chance right here.
Well, hard to tell if those fans don't.
Looks like we're getting
it's going to be a timeout here.
Timeout for Arlington.
And that was a tackle. Let's call it what it was. But, you know, at the same time, you know, when you have Sam Neal, if you've ever done any advanced scouting, you know when he's got the ball on his foot, it's going to be dangerous. That was a smart tactical play. Now we've got to see who's it going to be. Is it going to be Quincy? Is it going to be Sam? You know, my admiration for the goaltender, as has been well known. He's a hard guy to beat at this kind of a shot. What you might hope for is perhaps like maybe a rebound. But as far as beating him outright, that's going to be a hard thing to do. Although, Josh,
we'll see. I think we'll see both Koopmans up there, like we saw on the last Arlington goal.
This is a tantalizing distance. It's just about the perfect distance for a free kick, for a shot on goal. You've got enough room to get it up and over the wall, and you have it's offset a little bit. So depending upon the position of the wall, you could potentially go around it one way or the other. This year, last year they had the benefit of having specialists with left and right foot, so they could decide at the moment. But at this point in the game, you know, you're looking at either Quincy Cotter or Sam Neal, both right-footed players. So the bend would have to go around from the right to the left. I'd anticipate, you know, we see Shea all the way up at the 45. I'm wondering if there's enough time for a counterattack should the ball come off the wall. Really, it's really, your guess is as good as mine, but they have a big, hefty 5-man wall. Good size on this Woburn team, too. So, I mean, you know, look at Lucas there. You know,
and
he's just dwarfing people.
Look at my call. Leon wide open on the wing. Wide open on the side. Leon moves in, strikes, and wide right there.
That's the game, Josh.
I think we might see this ball come back into play. Woburn may have one chance, sort of a Hail Mary down the field.
Well, they better be careful, because if there's any time and this ball is kicked out and bounced back, I mean, it's all about who wins this next ball.
That ball goes deep. Koopman gets up over.
Woburn wins the next ball.
And Rohan keeps it out onto the... And so here we go. Maybe Arlington has one last chance, Alex, right here.
Glancing at his clock.
And there's the game, a 2-2 draw. Woburn Tanners, I think, have to be very pleased with this result today. Alex, your takeaways from tonight's game?
Great effort by Woburn. I would say a lackluster effort by Arlington, unfortunately. But, you know, you came out, it's a Middlesex. We said it all along. Coach Yadzio admitted it. This team just gives them fits. Woburn were opportunistic today. Arlington made mistakes. They took advantage of them. Arlington hit 2 posts. They came close on a number of occasions. The field was definitely tilted one way, but the result is the result, and we can revise history all we want. But tomorrow when you look, it's going to say 2-2. Congratulations to the Tanners for coming into Arlington and coming out with some much needed points for the Middlesex standings.
And definitely well fought by the Tanners today. It's you know, they've had looks like a rough season on paper, but again, similar to the senior year for my son, could tell this is a team based on those scores that has the potential to get some great results for themselves. So well played by the Tanners. I think coming up we have the Arlington girls varsity soccer. Imagine ACMi is going to be covering it as well. And so might have some highlights from today's game that are coming in right here, Alex. We got some excellent plays overall. And again, just really high quality soccer from the Tanners today, keeping Arlington on their toes. Next home game, Alex. When are we looking at our next home game?
I am not exactly sure, but we will be on Saturday. We will be broadcasting, not live, but we will be at the Kicks for Cancer event in Reading, in Concord, at Concord Carlisle High School. Against Reading, who no doubt will be watching this game.
And here's one of those strikes by Sam right there. Good save.
Yeah, Jonathan with a couple of good saves, you know, to keep the ball out of that net. Good game all around. I mean, you know, a lot of heart was shown on that field. Again, Woburn can be proud of themselves. Arlington, I think they're going to walk away from this game maybe thinking we should have done better than that. But, you know, it's a long season, and Arlington's still undefeated in the Middlesex League. Will have a chance to redeem themselves on Saturday versus Reading.
And right here, there's the goal by Koopman. Excellent to watch that on the replay. Well done by Cooper to get us the and look at that, the bar. Alex, I can't believe the shots off the post right here.
Yeah, two shots off the post.
But again, a shout
this one,
out,
which I just could not understand.
My gosh.
Did his leg get caught up there? I think his leg
might have been. But a shout out again as we watch some of these highlights. And right there, Keegan shot off the crossbar.
Yeah.
A shout out to the young team at ACMi, Cooper, Nate, and Constantina. Thank you for making this happen. Jeff Monroe coming in from the office, making it happen, leading all these guys. And Jeff's pointing to me saying Nate's today's man of the match.
He might be
the
the underappreciated performer of the match.
And again, of course, Tom and Howie and Nan all on the cameras. Couldn't make it happen without any of you all. Arlington boys 2, Woburn Tanners 2 today. Alex, I think a disappointing result for the Spy Ponders, but there's always the next game.
Indeed. Signing off.
Enjoy the girls coming up on ACMi right after this.